Hello, everyone. My name is Kevin, and today I'm going to tell you about my daily routine. I know it may sound simple, but every day of my life feels like a new adventure full of lessons, challenges, and surprises. I want to show you how a normal day can become exciting when you live it with purpose. So, let's begin with my mornings. Every morning, I wake up before the sun rises. The sky is still dark, and everything feels quiet. I like to open my window and take a deep breath of fresh air. It gives me peace and fills me with energy. I always say to myself, Kevin, today is your day, and that little phrase motivates me to do my best. After that, I go straight to the bathroom to wash my face and brush my teeth. I love the feeling of cold water waking me up completely. Then, I prepare a cup of hot coffee, my favorite part of the morning. While drinking it, I usually listen to calm music and plan the things I want to do during the day. At around 7, I start my morning workout. Sometimes I jog around my neighborhood, and other times I just stretch and do some push-ups. I love feeling my heartbeat and my body warming up. It reminds me that I'm alive and strong enough to face anything that comes my way. Before breakfast, I take 5 minutes to meditate. I close my eyes, breathe slowly, and imagine how I want my day to go. Meditation helps me focus, stay calm, and think positively. It's the best way to start my morning with a clear and powerful mind. Chapter 2: The Morning Rush. After meditation, I prepare a light but healthy breakfast. I usually eat oatmeal with fruit and a glass of orange juice. While eating, I like to read motivational quotes or short articles about success. Those words inspire me to give my best every single day. My mornings are not just about food, they're about feeding both my body and my mind. Once I finish breakfast, I take a quick shower and choose my clothes. I always try to look fresh and confident because the way you present yourself can change how you feel. I believe that when you look good, you also feel good, and that energy stays with you all day long. By 8:30, I sit down at my desk to start working or studying. I usually check my to-do list and begin with the most important tasks. I love the feeling of crossing off something when I complete it. It makes me feel productive and in control of my time. Of course, sometimes I face distractions. My phone, messages, and notifications can make me lose focus, but I've learned to put my phone away while I work. Staying focused isn't easy, but it's necessary if you want to achieve great things. When the clock strikes noon, I take a short break. I stretch, drink water, and sometimes play a little music. Those few minutes help me recharge my energy before continuing the rest of my busy day. Chapter 3: Afternoon Adventures. My afternoons are always full of activity. After lunch, I like to take a short walk outside. Feeling the sun on my skin makes me happy, and the sound of people and cars reminds me that life is moving fast. Walking helps me think and sometimes gives me new ideas for the projects I'm working on. When I return home, I focus on learning something new. Lately, I've been studying English to improve my communication skills. I practice listening, speaking, and writing every day because I believe that learning a language opens many doors in life. Sometimes studying can be difficult. I forget words or make mistakes, but I never give up. Instead, I smile, write the words again, and repeat them out loud. Every little effort counts, and I can feel my progress growing day by day. In the afternoons, I also like to help my family with small chores. I clean my room, wash the dishes, or take out the trash. These small tasks keep me disciplined and remind me that being responsible is part of becoming a better person. Before dinner, I take a few minutes to rest and think about everything I've done. I love that feeling of satisfaction when I realize how productive the day has been. It motivates me to keep pushing myself every single day. Chapter 4: Evening Reflections. When the sun begins to set, my house becomes quieter. I like this moment of peace because it gives me time to reflect on the day. I often sit by the window and watch the sky change colors. The sunset reminds me that no matter how busy life gets, there's always beauty around us. Dinner time is one of my favorite moments. I usually eat with my family and we talk about our day. We laugh, share stories, and sometimes plan fun activities for the weekend. Those conversations make me feel grateful for having people who love and support me. After dinner, I spend some time doing what I enjoy most, reading or watching educational videos. I always try to learn something new before going to bed. It could be about personal growth, technology, or even history. Every night, I feed my curiosity. Sometimes I write in my journal. I write about what went well, what I learned, and what I can improve. Writing helps me organize my thoughts and understand myself better. It's like having a quiet conversation with my own mind. Before sleeping, I say a short prayer. I thank God for giving me another day full of opportunities and lessons. That small moment of gratitude makes me feel peaceful and ready for a good night's rest. Chapter 5: A New Tomorrow. Every new day begins with hope. When I wake up in the morning, I always feel excited about what's coming next. Life isn't always easy, but every challenge is a chance to grow stronger. My daily routine reminds me that small actions can build a great life over time. Sometimes people ask me how I stay so positive. The answer is simple. I choose to see every day as a gift. Even when things don't go perfectly, I try to learn something from them. My attitude is what turns an ordinary routine into an extraordinary story. Through my daily habits, waking up early, exercising, studying, and reflecting, I've learned the true meaning of discipline. It's not about being perfect, it's about being consistent. Every little effort adds up and shapes the person I want to become. As I record this story, I hope it inspires you to find beauty in your own routine. You don't need a special event to make your day meaningful. What matters most is how you live each moment with purpose, gratitude, and love. So, that's my daily routine. Thank you for watching and listening to my story. Remember, every sunrise gives you a new chance to become your best self. Live your day with passion and make every moment count. Chapter 6: Challenges in the Routine. Even though my daily routine gives me balance and motivation, there are days when everything feels harder than usual. Sometimes I wake up tired and the alarm clock sounds like a heavy hammer in my head. On those mornings, I have to push myself to get up and start moving. It's not always easy, but I've learned that discipline is stronger than motivation. When you do what you have to do, even when you don't feel like it, that's when you truly grow. There are moments when unexpected things change my plans. Maybe my computer stops working, or I have too many things to do at once. Those days test my patience and focus. At first, I used to get frustrated, but now I see challenges as part of life. Problems don't stop me. They teach me how to adapt, think creatively, and stay calm under pressure. I've realized that a strong routine is not about doing everything perfectly. It's about staying committed no matter what happens. I remind myself that consistency builds strength. Even if I fail one day, I start again the next morning with a fresh mind. Every sunrise is a new opportunity to do better. Sometimes I also struggle with self-doubt. I question if I'm working hard enough or if I'm really improving. But when those thoughts appear, I stop, breathe, and remember how far I've come. The truth is, every small effort counts. Growth is not always visible day by day, but over time, it becomes clear. That's why I never skip my reflection time at night. Writing in my journal helps me release stress and stay grounded. I remind myself that every challenge is just a small part of a bigger journey. My routine is not only about discipline. It's about learning who I am through every obstacle I face. Chapter 7. The Power of Balance. After facing many busy days, I realized that having a routine doesn't mean working all the time. It also means finding balance between productivity and peace. There was a time when I worked so hard that I forgot to rest, and I ended up feeling exhausted. Now, I understand that rest is not laziness. It's a form of strength. Without it, even the best plans can fall apart. In my afternoons, I've started to include more moments of relaxation. Sometimes I sit in the park, feel the wind, and just watch people pass by. Other times, I listen to music and let my thoughts flow freely. These small breaks keep my mind fresh and creative. When I return to my tasks, I feel recharged and ready to give my best again. Balance also means spending time with people who matter to me. I try to visit my friends, talk to my family, or simply share a meal together. Those moments of connection remind me that life is not only about goals or work. It's about relationships and experiences. Laughter and conversation can heal stress better than anything else. I've also learned to balance technology in my routine. Instead of scrolling endlessly through social media, I use my phone to learn new things or communicate with people I care about. I set limits so I don't waste time on things that don't add value to my life. Being aware of how I spend my time gives me control and clarity. Now, every night before bed, I make sure to thank myself for both my effort and my rest. Balance makes my days more meaningful. It keeps me happy, motivated, and ready to keep growing, not just as a worker or student, but as a person who truly enjoys life. Chapter 8. Dreams for Tomorrow. As I continue with my daily routine, I often think about the future. I have dreams that push me to wake up early every morning and work hard. One of my biggest dreams is to travel the world, learn from different cultures, and speak English fluently so I can connect with people everywhere. Every day of practice brings me one step closer to that goal. I know that dreams don't come true overnight. They take time, patience, and dedication. But I've learned that every small action, every lesson I study, every habit I keep, is a brick that builds my future. My routine is not just about the present. It's a path toward the life I want to live. Sometimes I imagine myself years from now, looking back at these days with a smile. I picture myself saying, I made it because I never gave up. That thought keeps me motivated even when things get tough. Success doesn't start with big moments. It starts with the little choices we make every single day. There are times when I feel scared about the future, wondering if I'll be able to reach my goals. But then I remind myself that every dreamer faces fear. Courage doesn't mean not feeling afraid. It means moving forward despite it. My routine gives me courage because it shows me that progress is real, even when it's slow. So, as I finish today's part of my story, I want to leave you with this message. Never underestimate the power of your daily routine. What you do every day shapes who you become. Keep dreaming, keep working, and keep believing in yourself, because one day, your routine will turn your dreams into reality. Chapter 9. Lessons from the Journey. Looking back at my journey, I realize how much I've changed since I decided to live with purpose. My daily routine started as something simple, a way to organize my time, but it became something much deeper. It taught me how to face life with courage, discipline, and gratitude. Every morning that I wake up early, every time I push myself to stay focused, I'm building a stronger version of who I am. There were moments when I felt like quitting. Sometimes I thought my efforts weren't making any difference. But then I noticed the small improvements, how I spoke more confidently, how I handled problems with calmness, how I felt proud of my consistency. Growth is silent, but one day you wake up and realize how far you've come. That feeling is priceless. My routine also helped me understand the importance of mindset. What truly matters is not just what you do, but how you think while doing it. When I changed my thoughts from, I have to do this till I get to do this, everything started to feel lighter and more meaningful. Gratitude turned ordinary tasks into opportunities for growth. Through my experiences, I've learned that success isn't measured by money or fame. It's measured by peace of mind. I feel successful when I end the day knowing I gave my best, stayed honest, and learned something new. My daily habits are small victories that prepare me for the bigger dreams ahead. Now I share my story not to say that my life is perfect, but to show that progress is possible. If someone like me can create change through simple, consistent actions, then anyone can. You just need to believe that your future depends on what you do today, and that belief can transform your life. Chapter 10: The Meaning of a New Day. Every night, before I sleep, I think about the sunrise that will come tomorrow. It's more than just the beginning of a new day. It's a promise. A promise that no matter what happened today, I can try again. I can grow, I can improve, and I can become a better version of myself. That's the beauty of life. It always gives you another chance. In the quiet of the morning, when I open my eyes, I feel grateful. I've learned that happiness isn't found in big achievements, but in the small moments that make each day special. The smell of coffee, the warmth of the sun, a smile from a stranger. Those little details remind me how beautiful it is to be alive. My routine may seem simple, but to me, it's a journey of discovery. It teaches me about patience, love, hope, and strength. Every step I take, every habit I repeat, becomes a piece of who I am. And when I look at the person I'm becoming, I feel proud. Not because I'm perfect, but because I keep moving forward. If there's one message I want to leave you with, it's this: your daily routine is your foundation. It can shape your future, build your dreams, and define your happiness. Don't underestimate the power of small, consistent actions. They're the secret to creating the life you want. So, as I close this story, I want to thank you for being part of my journey. Remember to wake up each day with gratitude, live with intention, and believe in yourself. Because every new day isn't just another morning. It's another chance to shine, to grow, and to write your own story.